Can one stone change the course of history?
Cowards! Send me your champion!
Goliath!
Can one act of defiance create a legend? I will tell you the story of David, a simple shepherd boy.
Why do my brothers get to fight? And I'm stuck here.
David, you are not a man of blood.
An outcast who became one of the most famous kings who ever lived.
God does not see what man sees.
He sees into the heart. And you have the heart of a lion.
The Philistines have assembled. I saw the print of a hand, larger than a weaver's basket.
They have a giant.
What?
My king, I will fight the giant.
Fight him with the same spirit you bring into this room.
You play music for my father. Now he chooses you as champion. How will you do this?
It's not about the greatness of the giant. It is about the greatness of God.
Are you afraid?
Terrified.
I believe in you.
So, as the fate of a people hangs in the balance, again I ask this question. Can one stone change the course of history?
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening to you. I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. Salaki, I was about to say camp session, but you know what I'm trying to say, man. Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. And as you saw in the beginning of the video, all right, I played the House of David trailer, which is going to be a new show that's going to come out on Prime, all right, which is going to be a retelling of the story of David and Goliath, which that specific story could be found in the scriptures, all right. And when you read the scriptures, right off the rip, the angle that I want to take this lesson in is to really put to shame the directors and the writers and whoever is producing that show, and whoever is directing that show, whoever is, writing it, and whoever is all of that. This lesson is really to shame those people, because they're not doing the scriptures justice, and they're not doing the story of David and Goliath justice. First and foremost, they're not doing it justice because the people who they're portraying as the Israelites and the Philistines are so-called Caucasian white people. When you read the scriptures, man, when you read the scriptures, the Israelites were not a white race of people, and the Philistines themselves were not a white race of people. All right, their skin color was not white, all right, as it was portrayed in that trailer. Which that trailer, man, look, I'm gonna still watch it anyways. I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it anyways, but I'm gonna make sure that when I watch it, I'm gonna cut every single episode, man. I'm gonna make sure I cut every single episode and cut the bullshit, because every time these movie directors and these people decide to get their hands on the scriptures and try to make a movie or a show about the things that happened in the scriptures, they always fuck it up, man. Especially with portraying the characters as white people. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the scriptures, because where you could find the story of David and Goliath is in the book of 1 Samuel. All right, and when you go into 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter, it says right here, 1 Samuel 17:1. Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle, and were gathered together at Shoko, which belongeth to Judah, and pitched between Shoko and Azekah and Ephes Demamim. And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together and pitched by the valley of Elah, and set the battle in array against the Philistines. And the Philistines stood on a mountain on the one side, and Israel stood on a mountain on the other side, and there was a valley between them. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span. So the men who the Israelites were camped up against, who they were fighting against, were the Philistines, right? Now, when you go into the book of First Chronicles, the first chapter, this shows you the genealogies, man. All right, and let's read who the sons of Ham were. All right, because these Philistines were Hamites. All right, these Philistines were Hamites. Hamites. All right, let me just make that very clear, because we're about to read a definition from the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, and we're about to show you straight facts, man. These directors and these producers and these script writers, y'all better just go ahead and stop touching the scriptures and just go make a rom-com, go make a fucking Marvel movie, go make a DC movie, go make something else, man. Stop trying to make, stop trying to portray the Bible and make, you don't never do it justice, man. Stop trying to handle the scriptures and make movies about them, man. Just stop. Go make a fucking rom-com or a comedy movie. Go make another fucking, X-Men movie. Go make something else, man. But concerning the scriptures, leave it alone, bro. All right? But it says right here, 1 Chronicles 1:8, it says, the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, Put, and Canaan, and the sons of Cush, Sabah, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabteka, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty upon the earth. And Mizraim begat Ludim, and Anamim, and Lehabim, and Naphtuhim, and Pathruzim, and Casluhim, of whom came the Philistines. All right, so the Philistines are descendants of Ham, which that takes me to this definition from the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, and it reads, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, says born probably about 96 years before the flood, which, the scriptures don't really specify when he was born. All right, but nonetheless, let's continue reading the definition. It says, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races. Let me read that again. Ham, all right, which the Philistines were descendants of Ham. All right, Ham became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. All right, so those Philistines were in fact Canaanites. Or Salakia, those Philistines were in fact Hamites. All right, they were Hamites. All right, they descended from Ham, which was one of the 3 sons of Noah. All right, and the Israelites descended from Shem. All right, so these people that were fighting against each other, the Israelites and the Philistines, were 2 different peoples, man. Both dark-skinned peoples, all right, both dark-skinned races, but they were different people. All right, like Elder Malcolm always says, not all dark-skinned people are the same people. All right, you will see some fucking Indian motherfucker that's black as fuck, and they're never called black. As a matter of fact, when they come to America, they identify as Caucasian. All right, so those Indians that are dark as fuck, black as fuck, all right, they don't ever get called black people, and they're definitely not our brothers, man. They be cooking with their feet and shit, smelling like fucking shit, man. All right, those aren't our people, man. Those are Elamites, but they're dark skin as well. Just because they have dark skin doesn't make them our brothers. All right, but this is to say this, man. The characters that are being portrayed in that show, The House of David, the trailer that you saw in the beginning, those are not the true depictions of the people that were fighting in that valley on that day that when David and Goliath fought, man. All right, the Hamites, the Philistines, which were descendants of Ham, were a dark race-skinned people. And the Israelites themselves were also a dark-skinned people. All right, I have this screenshot right here from, I believe this is from the book called From Babylon to Timbuktu. And in one of the pages, it says right here, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD. General Vespasian and his son, Titus, put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people during the period from Pompey to Julius. It says it has been estimated that over 1 million Israelites fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Israelite slaves. All right, so the Israelites themselves were also a dark skin of people, a dark-skinned race of people. All right, so that show right there is not truly doing it justice, man. All right, matter of fact, King Solomon, which was the son of David, all right, because it says right here in Proverbs 1:1, it says right here, the Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, the king of Israel. All right, so Solomon was the son of King David, all right, which they're retelling his story in the House of David trailer, right? Well, Solomon, which was the son of David, this is what he said about himself. This is Song of Solomon 1:5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. So Solomon, the son of David, said he's black but comely, meaning what? He has dark skin, but he's beautiful. That's literally what the word comely means. Comely means beautiful. So he's basically saying I'm black but beautiful. Because that word black right there is the Hebrew word quadar. All right. Matter of fact, let's see if I could prove that real quick. The word quadar says Songs of Solomon 1:5. And it says right here, Songs of Solomon 1:5 for that word quadar. Oh, damn, they changed it. No way they changed it. But that word right there, damn, that's crazy. No way they changed it. That word right there used to be quadar, man, not shahar. Which, you know, it still means the same. It means black. See, it says properly dusky, also absolute jetty, black. All right, it says black, used of hair, of horse, blackish color of the face. All right, so Solomon was saying that he was dark skinned but beautiful. All right, because that word comely means what? Comely, beautiful, seemly. All right, so as you can see, man, Solomon, which was the son of David, he himself was a dark skinned man. All right. So that would mean that what? King David himself was a so-called dark-skinned man. If you saw him today in today's world, he would look like a so-called black man. All right, King David himself, the Israelites themselves were so-called black men. All right, but obviously through them being scattered and going through all of these captivities and so on and so forth, now in these last days, a lot of our brothers and sisters that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the world, they're going to look like the nations that they've been scattered to. All right. But for the sake of this lesson, that show, the House of David, when that whole situation went down between David and Goliath, that was between two dark-skinned people, man, the Philistines and the Israelites, man. And when the Israelites were united, when all 12 tribes were united under King David and King Solomon, best believe that none of the Israelites were white. None of them were Caucasian looking, man. All right? That was before the scattering, man. Now our people that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the world, obviously we're going to look like the other people. Obviously we're going to look like Elamites and Cushites and, you know, and Edomites and Elamites and Ishmaelites. And some of our people, you know, they're going to look like so-called Amalek. You know, we've been scattered everywhere, man. All right, some of our people are, you know, they're going to look like a so-called Chinese, man. All right, but guess what? If their lineage goes back to one of these 12 tribes and they have repented and turned back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in sincerity and in truth, who are we to look down upon the Lord's servant, man? If the Lord has accepted that man regardless of what he looks like, because he believes and trusts in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and he's bearing witness to the truth, that could very well be one of our Israelite brothers, man. All right? But for the sake of the show and for the movie that they're trying to portray, King David and King, you know, and King David going against Goliath, all right? You might as well do it justice and bring out the truth of what those people actually look like, man. Because they were not a white Caucasian race of people, man. Those Hamites, those Philistines, were in fact a dark race of people, and so were the Israelites, man. The Israelites were a dark-skinned people. All right. See, this is why you directors and you movie makers and all you people that try to, you know, make movies about the scriptures, you really just need to leave it alone, man. You never do it justice. All right. Just go make another Marvel movie. Go make a DC movie. Just leave the scriptures alone, man. All right. The Philistines and the Israelites were not white people, man. Y'all might as well stop, you know, you might as well fire the producers. Whoever produced that show and hired the actors and said, yeah, these are the actors, you know, you might as well fire that guy. Because that's not the true depiction of what the Israelites and the Philistines look like, man. You might as well fire the director too, because the director's in that bitch, you know, saying, cut. All right, he's in there directing the... You might as well fire the director too, because this nigga obviously has not read the scriptures. If he's portraying the Israelites and the Philistines as so-called Caucasian white people, all right, you might as well fire the actors too, because that's not what the characters look like, man. You might as well throw away the whole fucking production team, everything. Just throw away the whole House of David. Throw that shit away, man. All right. So with that, you know, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and Abba Baba.